Welcome everyone. We are going to be doing a video breakdown, couple Major League Baseball players, just going through their movements, really breaking down and showing their form, breaking down their technique, and it's really important to take notice of that, to really understand that, again, to have a longer career. I myself played baseball. Played professional baseball for a little while, and just my final year, I just couldn't recover. I missed an entire year due to an injury. Tried many different therapies, different techniques. Had cortisone shots. I've had plasma, the PRP shots. Had a lot of injections, just trying to fix this issue. And I've always told I've had great mechanics. Well, now, being on this side of the fence, I understand I did not have great mechanics. I've always was told, muscle it out, muscle it out. You got to get bigger, you got to get stronger. Well, eventually things start to rip, things start to give. And especially playing 162 games in a season, things are going to wear out, things are going to break down. So we really want to just start making these videos, breaking down baseball players, cricket players, soccer players, football players, and showing what can be improved. As a player, we're always looking to improve, always want to gain that little advantage over the next person. We're always so competitive, but also competing against one another in a sense. So again, functional fluid movements are crucial, are key to sports and daily activities, our daily routines, whether it's getting out of bed, whether it's making a diving catch like Derek Jeter does. We all have that similarity of using that rotation in relation to gravity, in relation to your spatial awareness. So these guys have just done it in many different levels, combinations, uneven floors, one eye, two eyes, it just those challenges, and they've overcome them. That's why they're here. So with that being said, I want to get right into the Derek Jeter famous jump throws. He was one of the first ones to play with this and really master it. And ever since then, it's been a game. I myself try to do it. We've all tried to do it if we played baseball. So it's and we're comparing it to him because he is one of the greatest ever to do it. He is the greatest infielder to ever play. Again, a Hall of Famer. Again, just with amazing fluid movements. So let's get right into it. He's got a Yankees jersey. I think that's yeah. So before we start getting too into it, just really want to explain rotational movements, rotational functional movements, right? They are what creates every movement that we want to initiate. Any movement starts with that rotation, whether it's reaching for the door, whether it's throwing a baseball, whether it's tying your shoe, right? We all have that rotation. Now, some of us more than other, which is why we are able to stop at such a quick momentum and change direction, or we're able to create a quick, forceful action movement, whether that's being a jump, whether that's a sprint, or even a fall. So the common factor is that rotation, that inner rotation. We learned this starting at a very young age, with infants, with babies. They come out rotating, come out of the womb with rotation, and it is non-stop since then. It's really important to realize those movements start with that pelvis. Those movements initiate with the stability of the pelvis going into the spine, transferring up to the rest of the body, the spine down to the legs, and working its way up to the head. So we're gonna watch here again, just another another video, another clip of Infielder. So now we're going here. First off, vision. Athletes, players, vision is crucial. Very, very important. Now, some of us, we just have it. Other of us, we're taught it and we learn it and we stimulate in these different positions, different areas. So here, right away, he picks up the ball and see where he has to pick up the bag, pick up where he's going to throw. Again, there's that opening of that left side, opening of that hip, lower half of his pelvis, belly is starting to come across, eyes are already on the target. And I'm just going to slow it down just a little bit here. And we'll see the jump throw coming up, eyes are there, but we can see that closeness of his chest, right? He's not fully allowing that movement to continue. So he's going in motion and all of a sudden hitting the brake while trying to finish that throw. So these are where the complications start to happen, the little minor wear and tears that might be okay in 20 games, 50 games, but in the span of 162 games, things are going to give. So it's important to have those fluid movements, have those areas that are going to allow you to rotate, that are going to allow you to continue that movement without giving you that pause, that break, that sudden stop. So here's another one. Good pitch, going in. Another amazing infielder, right? Most important is get to the ball. So we're taught in baseball, get to the baseball. So he gets there. Again, there's already that collapse, right? There's already that stumble, meaning his eyes aren't in the right place. He's also tucked back a little bit, sitting more on his sit bones, right? If he was to be sitting down, he'd be sitting on those sit bones versus allowing that big open belly even after he receives the ball. So we're going to go through here and just watch the follow through. Watch when he picks up the ball. Look where his belly and his pelvis are at, and watch where that head goes when he throws that ball. So again, a couple steps afterwards, there he goes, tries to correct. Again, these guys get paid the big bucks. They're compensating, they're adjusting, they're constantly adjusting. Coming over. Again, this is another one with a good, strong arm, so he's not using that full body. He's not using his full momentum. Again, he's just throwing it. Nice, good, strong throw. Beats the runner, he's out. So we constantly have these light twists and light rotation. It's important to make sure we still have those in motion, and like I mentioned, even while stationary. So we're going, let's have another one. Good defensive team. The pitch. Again, there he is. Another one of the greats, but another one with a few injuries as well. Missed a couple of games. He had a ACL surgery, he had lower half surgery, and eventually, I think, an elbow injury as well. But we can see here, eyes, first things first, eyes are there. Chest is nice and expanded. He's coming over to throw. Again, throwing across his body, create that torque. But again, see where that pelvis is going. It is still looking at third base. It is still coming over to his opposite side versus coming for that throw, right? Again, the momentum is taking him back. So this is going to happen, but we need it to follow out through that belly, through that chest, which we can see here, that collapse is not allowing that to happen. Now again, another good strong throw, good strong arm. He makes that throw look easy. And that throw looks easy. Now it's important to have, again, just that foundation on your lower half, because that's what's going to allow your upper body to be nice and free, nice and open, available for the throws, for the pump fakes, for the change in direction, right? So it's very important to have those movements. Okay, and we're going to have a look at this guy now. He's already planting that left foot, already torquing that opposite side, that right arm coming back, allowing for that full extension, right? Again, we're here. This is a lot further than this, right? There is no twist in that spine, allowing that freedom to happen, right? That reach to come across, right? As long as I'm countering with that opposite side, as long as I'm stabilizing here, this reach can get as long as it wants. As it's when I have that instability, right, that's going to then shorten this arm. So that happens a lot in injuries as well, right? I may stub my toe or roll my ankle, but if I don't correct that issue, if I don't maintain that stability in my ankle up to my pelvis, my upper half, my whole system, something is going to eventually give, right? You're going to overcompensate with that belly, with that chest, with those shoulders more than likely, and that's where things start to rip. That's actually how my injury happened. I actually rolled my ankle and I continued playing through it. I wanted to make a team. It later chain reacted into my groin. I actually pulled my left hip flexor. Had a nice, good pull. I was out, for a couple of days, but I came back quicker than I should have. I really wanted to play in spring training. Continue playing, and that's when my shoulder eventually gave out. Just following that chain reaction. My foundation wasn't there. I was using more of my arm. Again, something is going to give. So he has that nice extension, that nice plant through that left side. Right, eyes are already starting to come up. Again, the bases do not move. Right, this does not move. We know where it's at every time. Receives a ball. Nice and planted. He's already looking to twist. The eyes are already nice and big to his base. Chest is starting to create that torque. There's a nice good jump. It looks like he's about to take a step here in midair. And this is what's going to actually create that torque. Allow the chest to continue, arm to follow through with that motion. Now he just created this motion here in midair. Now here on the computer it looks like he's standing on the grass. That's what exactly it looks like. He's standing in midair. There goes that ball. His finish is a little bit different. Not the strongest arm at all. Not a strong arm at all. But look at that torque that he's able to create to make that throw. And it's just incredible, right? What our bodies can do in midair, in motion. All right, so really bringing our eyes, making sure we are aware of where our pelvis is, right? We're able to create these long reach, these long stretches. Again, a couple of steps is taking this momentum out this way. Now he has to leap, jump. Again, the Jerry Jeter jump throw to first base, right? There's that plant already starting to create that torque. Belly is going to come across, open up that shoulder, chest nice and big. There's that step in midair again with that torque in that pelvis for that good strong throw. That's a very long throw with a good arm still, and again just in time to beat the runner. We can go on and on and on. Again, another great right there, and you can see why he has a lot of injuries. Quickly showing this guy, throws very hard across the field, almost 95, 96 miles an hour, very hard ball, and relies tremendously on that. Just his arm. He gets to the ball. Again, you can see whatever it takes to get that reach. Okay, he's a little bent over, but he has that nice counter. You're going to see the good hard plant in that right foot, right? Stabilize, quick twisting that chest to start to pick up your target. But again, let's watch that throw. All your lower half can be okay, but if it's not a fluid system, a fluid movement, something eventually is going to give. Body is just going to break down. Again, here he is. Now look at that wider step. Now instead of having that quick twist, right, receiving that ball, coming over quickly, throwing the ball, now I'm here, I'm stepping even further, and I gotta come all the way around and make that throw. Right? There's so much more required of your body, right? A longer, wider movement that's going to create stress on these little parts. Again, let's just see that. Look at that throw, right? Head is completely out of the way. Pelvis is tucked, right? Even after he's releasing the ball, that should be following through. And you can see where that step is taking it, right? And again, look at that finish. Pelvis is tucked, ribs are tucked in, right? Couple hoppers, bounce, boom, right? So, like I mentioned, we can go on and on. Baseball, football, basketball, cricket, rugby, right? All of our movements can be enhanced, can be corrected, right? To prevent injuries for preventative reasons. A lot of those injuries go on to other areas. A lot of, like I mentioned, my elbow, my roll of the ankle caused my hip to go out, caused my shoulder to go out. So preventing those injuries, preventing those chain reactions is going to keep you on the field longer. It's going to give your team a better chance to win, right? On the coach's side, that's exactly what we want, right? Better chance of my best players being on the field, better chance I'm going to win. Us players, hey, we want to stay on that field, right? You don't want to be on the injured list. You don't want to be in the training room. So this is a simple way to prevent half of those things, right? So hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to do many, many more. Any requests, please email them in, mail it in. We'd love to see. Even if you have a video of yourself or somebody you want us to break down, please, by all means, share it, post it. We have it here on the Movement Lesson UK page, also on Twitter. You know, Scott, he runs the Twitter page, very active on there as well. Lots of good information. You have something you want to share, something you want to ask, reach out to us. We're very available, and we want to help. We want to break down more of these things. We want to prevent and really spread movement. It's important. We gotta have these fluid movements and synchronized movements. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, please follow, and we'll see you in the next video.